Stephen Hawking has apparently stated that he believes there are other life forms in the universe, and the controversial aspect of his statement that's been in the news is that he believes that we should not attempt to contact them. Now, currently, I believe we are sending out signals. I think it's called the SETI program, S-E-T-I, that are designed to broadcast out to the universe that we are here. And Stephen Hawking has stated that he believes that if we do that, then the various other life forms that are out there that find out about us may come and exploit our resources, basically come and, take whatever is of value on the planet, and that, whatever you can extrapolate from there, that we will be destroyed and so forth. And when I heard that, I thought, Stephen Hawking is smart, but there is a fear-based component to that perspective that rubs me the wrong way. I am aligned, I believe, with an optimistic perspective when it comes to the human race. And I believe that there are spiritual forces at work that do not eliminate disasters, do not completely protect all individuals from harm. But I do believe that we are protected on a certain level of complete extermination. Now, I believe that spirit operates where there is empathy, where there is interconnectedness. And so you have on Earth the history of the dinosaurs that became extinct, but there was not the kind of evolution necessary at that point in time in which spirit was interested in participating on the survival mentality of life forms at that time. But humans have gotten to the point where we're not always acting in our self-interest, and we've developed empathy, which allows in spirit. And because of that, I do believe that we are protected from being wiped out from aliens. There's a perspective I heard once, or maybe I dreamt it or thought of it, I don't know, but I think I may have read this somewhere, that if a species has evolved to the point where it can explore other solar systems, reach another sun, then it has reached a point in which I think I did hear this somewhere else, I'm not sure where. That civilization has reached a point where it did not destroy itself. That is part of the challenge of life, is to either reach the point where you can expand off of your planet, or through nuclear war or some other kind of self-pollution or whatever, destroy yourself. That if you can learn to live together, then you have a basic level of empathy that allows you to get off the planet. And then if you can reach other life forms, then you can empathize with them and not have that inherent desire to exterminate them because of the empathy that you've developed towards life on your own planet. And I believe that humans have that as we explore Mars. There's an empathy for even the most basic life that could be found there. We don't have the impulse, to destroy it. So I don't know if, Hawking has watched too many science fiction films or whatever, because E.T. is beautiful. E.T. is a beautiful film. But it is in the minority in terms of the portrayal of what aliens are up to when they have contact with us. And speaking of contact is another advanced film in terms of its its portrayal of other life. Jodie Foster's in it, and it's, I believe, based on a story by Carl Sagan. And Carl Sagan just strikes me as having, I watched a lot of him when I was growing up, but he had a lot of balance. I think there was a real mystical side of Carl Sagan and a real humanistic kind of evolution that I felt radiating from him. And Stephen Hawking, very, very heady, and I think that being in the head too much can get you out of balance and lose connection with deeper perspectives on things. To me, this isolationism that he purports in terms of don't go out there in the world or in the universe because you don't know what you're going to run into. Don't communicate out there because they might exploit you. It's very paranoid, and it negates the flip side of that, which is, what if there are other life forms that could pass along wisdom and technology that could make things better? It's like, his perspective is, don't get involved with anyone because they might hurt you. And yes, that's a possibility on a certain level, but it's also a very restricted way of living. So I was thinking of that phrase about dance like no one's watching, love like you've never been hurt before, etc. And I wanted to pass along the message for Stephen that you should be open, at least, to contacting aliens like you've never been invaded before.